What's up, everybody? This review, we're taking a look at the Marvel Legends Ikarus from the Zabu Build-A-Figure Wave. Now, Ikarus is one of the Eternals. I like that they made this costume. The only other Ikarus was the one from the movie. And I always liked the comic book version of characters, so when Marvel Legends decides to make those ones, I'm really usually looking at that pretty hard. But I do like his suit. I think they did a really good job on it from looking at it in the package. It's pretty, I guess, simple design, but the paint is what's going to bring it out if they do it right. Here's your window packaging with the Build-A-Figure part. The side artwork. Got the back with the bio, being an Eternal. We got the rest of the figures in the wave. Other side and the front, and we'll get them open and take a look at them. Alright, so here's Ikarus outside of the packaging and his accessories. He doesn't have anything really, he just has these alternate hands, which these are my absolute favorite hands, this sculpt right here. I wish every figure came with these, like every figure, every line came with these hands. They're really expressive. You're reaching out for something, you're reaching for something like that, grabbing your head, face palm, anything, They're not drastic in one way or another, just depends on how you pose it. It will give you that effect. Really cool. I love those hands. We got the Build-A-Figure part for Zabu, which we don't need yet. And then we got him himself. So he's not a bad looking figure. He looks good, but also pretty simple design. He's got just mostly blue. You got the black in there, and you got this gold. And that black does travel up through the abs, so that's really cool. And that is sculpted on there, not just painted. Even better. All of these discs have gold trim on it. So very nice. His boots have these little ridges. Nice little detail. So do his gloves. He has a pretty good face, stern, neutral, staring. It can, it can come off as a multitude of different things, depending on how you pose it in the scene. But he looks good. I mean, his hair even has like a wash in it, so he didn't come with much, not an alternate head or anything like that. Only came with hands, no like effects, beams, or anything like that. But still done really well, clean. Even the back, the gold, not left out. So pretty much I think everything went into the detailing of his suit. It's crazy because it's done so well, but I still feel like maybe missing something, like maybe we needed something extra in there. Just the way it's coming off to me, but I do understand that they did all these little details in there, so I'm mixed on it. I'm definitely mixed on it. So cool facial expression. Nice paint in there. Again, the wash in there, in the hair. He only looks down. He's got a neck hinge. So it can look down pretty good. Looks up pretty good. The hair is gonna get in the way back here. I do like that it's the hinge, so you can get more motion out of there. You got T-pose that goes up really well. Upper bicep cut, double jointed pinless elbows that go pretty far. We have, is that a cut? I don't believe that's a cut there at the forearm. So the articulation is going to be in the wrist with a horizontal hinge on both. Ab crunch. We have the waist cut, which this floating skirt piece is not moving. It's really stiff. I don't think that's keyed in anywhere. It's just that tight in there, so I like it. As long as it doesn't move, drop, raise up, anything like that, I'm cool with that. Hips, legs go forward that much. Go back to straight. Upper thigh cut, double jointed pinless knees, boot cut. I like boot cuts. hinge and pivot at the ankle. I like that. So other than that, a pretty simple figure. Nothing too crazy. Especially for like a powerful character. I mean, I think he does shoot beams out from his eyes and stuff like that. He can do a lot. His facial expression says, don't mess with me. He knows he's got the power to get a lot done. I think he's cosmic powered, but he isn't eternal. I don't know if we'll ever get any of the other ones. We got Cersei in the 2-pack with Black Knight, I believe. I think that might be the only one. Unless you count the movie stuff, which I'm not counting because the only one I have of him, of the Eternals, the movies one, was of him, Ikarus, which I'll grab him and we'll do a little quick comparison. So here is the comic Ikarus with the movie Ikarus. And honestly, the only reason I had this one was I was going to take that head off and pop it onto like a G.I. Joe body or something like that, Just using it for the head sculpt. I did like him in the movie. I did like the movie itself. I know a lot of people hated it. I thought it was okay. Not bad. Kept me entertained, but I don't know where they're going to go with it. But you can see where they tried to do a little bit of similarities. He has his disc here. He has a little circle here. Got a couple of little disc images in his chest piece. You have the disc right there. I really like the blue that they used on this movie version. Really cool. But I mean, when you look at them, do you really think they look the same? Not really. But movie versus comic. Comic version is definitely a lot bigger, bulkier, muscular, everything. My preferred look. I just like that comic version overall better. Pretty cool that I still had him hanging around to be able to compare him though. Oh, and also he came with the similar hands, like the grasping hands, my favorite hands. But he came with, now I think about it, he came with one more thing that the comic book version didn't. He came with an extra head sculpt with some eye effects. So even he came with that. So he came with 2 sets of hands, just like the comic book version, but he came with the extra head sculpt. But the comic version came with Zabu's leg, but I don't think that should count. So there's that. I've got a couple other figures for size comparison. Here's Ikarus next to Captain Britain and Sentry. And Ikarus is actually shorter than both of them, which I was kind of expecting him to be. Almost exactly like Sentry at least. Here he is next to Blue Marvel and Thor, which Blue Marvel is actually a little bit shorter than Ikarus and Thor is bigger. Here he is next to Thanos and Grey Hulk. And here he is next to Galactus. He doesn't even come up to his knees. So that's going to be it for this review. Ikarus isn't a bad figure. They nailed his comic book look, but there's nothing really else going on for him because they didn't do anything else like give him an extra head. But the paint details were really nice. I don't think he's a must-have for me myself. I don't have a super strong attachment to him, but I would always remember seeing this suit in the comics, and I really liked it. For some reason, it kind of appeals to me. So the design is awesome, and they nailed it. I think they did a good job. They put a lot of paint into those little different details to make it stand out and not be some kind of cheap cop-out or anything like that. They got the wash in the hair. I mean, really good. For a simple design, they nailed it. So not a bad figure at all. It just depends on whether you really love that character or not. But that's going to be it for this review, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.